Welcome. Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. Odon here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Welcome to this early Thursday morning here at 7 a.m. We're up and running now, and for the most part, traffic is slightly lighter here this morning. We'll get to all of the action, and you know that there are plenty of things to talk about here in the Tri-State area where traffic is so vitally important for this region. All right, so once again, we're up and running now on this June the 2nd. A couple of kind of housekeeping notes here to talk to you about. We're doing a big ticket giveaway Thursday. Let's see how many tickets we can give away to Darley Newman's virtual show tonight. There it is on Santa Fe. Let me just take that banner here. Let me just take this out here. There we go. So yes, we're trying to give away as many tickets as possible to Darley's virtual event tonight. So let's do it. That's 7 p.m. to 8:30. It's a virtual Zoom link about Santa Fe, New Mexico. I know she's got a lot of really fun stuff planned for the presentation for tonight. So just leave a comment on Facebook and also onto YouTube. I'll check my Twitter account later on today if someone there would like some tickets. But I need to know by about 12 o'clock this afternoon, so around noontime. And then you can email me your email address at tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com, and we'll get you hooked up with the tickets. But let's try to give away as many tickets as we can to Destination City Santa Fe. It's this evening. Host of Travels with Darley Newman, fantastic travel host, does a very, very fantastic program as far as these virtual events are concerned. So again, we need to know by noon today if you'd like to go. I do have some tickets to give away. Let's see how many we can get to some folks and give Darley all our support. She's been very, very supportive of the Tri-State Traffic Show. So let's, in turn, all my great fans out there, let's support her with her show here tonight, Destination Cities Santa Fe. Again, that's this evening from 7 to 8:30. It's a Zoom link. We'll send that out to you. We'll have more about that later on in the show. We're also sponsored by the where are we? Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Wow. It's 7 o'clock. I woke up on time today. Yeah, unlike the other day. So let's go to, there we go. Tri-State Traffic Show, once again, sponsored by my friend Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 272-3000, or actually 908-272-3000. Have to put the area code in. And beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. You can get out and get some great ice cream at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com. All right, so with that said, we'll have a check of weather coming up. That's 15 and 45 past the hour here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Let's see, it is 64 and partly cloudy. So it is amazing how much cooler it is than it was about 48 hours ago or so. All right, so with that said, let's get to the action here out on the roadways. Again, if you like those tickets, please leave a comment in the comments section. Facebook and YouTube are up and running now. I'll check the Twitter comments, but again, by noon today, that's the cutoff that I have to send the information over to Darley's staff to get you those tickets. All right, so for the most part, New Jersey looks okay. We've got some issues on the Parkway and the Turnpike, get to in a quick second, but just kind of the overall snapshot of things on 78 and also onto Route 80 and 287 looks great. So does everything down the shore on the Parkway, 195, 55, certainly a little busy at the 42 interchange, but let's get right to it. We've got this issue here on the Turnpike this morning, and this is going to be an overturned tractor trailer, and you're saying, wow, that's a pretty big deal. It is a big deal because couple of reasons. One, it's an overturned tractor trailer, and hopefully no one is injured in this. But the other situation is that is the exit for the Raritan Center. So a lot of our friends work in the Raritan Center. So this is the Turnpike truck lanes, the entrance ramp to interchange 10. Again, that's for 440, 287. That's how you get out to the Outer Ridge Crossing. But more importantly, it is for the Raritan Center. We have all lanes completely closed here this morning with this overturned tractor trailer, so you have no access there. Now, from the inner roadway, it looks like that entrance ramp may still be open. I'm not seeing a closure of that yet. So if you need to head to work here this morning and you're in something obviously probably less than a tractor trailer, you should be okay, but just be careful going south on that turnpike and interchange 10. So we'll keep an eye on that. Also, this is that Parkway crash south of exit 140 this morning in Union up by Morris Avenue in the construction zone. So that's going to tie up things just a bit. And then yet another problem on the turnpike. This is going to be a tractor trailer fire on the truck side of things again, south just before interchange 7 for 206 in Bordentown. So look for that. And now we're getting a new crash here on 295 north of northbound south of exit 29 for 76. So it's right there at the Aljo curve in that area. Hey, Alexandra, good morning. Our first commenter always every morning. Love it. Good morning, my friend. Good morning from East Rutherford. So if you're headed into the city, let me know. We'll get you the Maine Bergen line. I think that's actually in pretty good shape. But good morning to Alexandra. Always the first person to comment. Love it. Always the first person to comment there on YouTube. And again, like the tickets here today, certainly let me know and we'll get you all hooked up for Darley's program here tonight. So let's see if there's a camera here. I think there is. Let's just see what we've got. Oh, I thought there was a camera here at the interchange. Maybe they just have this zoomed in here. Let's just say I'm going to close this out. This is 42. I think this is north coming towards us. Yes, so this is north coming towards us. So that doesn't look terrible here this morning. Let me just check out these cameras, see if they are looking in a different direction. No, I don't see anything there. So it's right in this stretch here as you come up into the interchange with 42 and 76. Again, that's a new crash just coming in here to the traffic center. Actually, it just looks like it cleared. So that's out of the way, but you still have some delays. So let's start there first. We'll give you a little bit of the better news, right? So here it is along 295. It was right in here. So again, they said that the ramp has been cleared of that crash. The 5542 issues are here, starting to build. That's normal stuff, but the turnpike is fine. Let's come up towards 7 here this morning. Let's check out the deal. I don't see anything here by 7 for 206 in this area. Again, they're still cleaning up what was left of that tractor trailer fire. We go to 195. There's definitely something going on here, but I just haven't been able to get a handle on it. So let's go to the maps, shall we? Unfortunately, there's no cameras on the turnpike, as you saw. I was just trying to see if I could find that overturned tractor trailer. We want to go to 195 here. Let's go at 130 first to see if we see anything here. Yeah, that's really jammed. I don't see any traffic coming this way. I think that this is westbound. Yeah, I think that's westbound. There's definitely something going on here. Let's just go back to the maps. Nothing's on the list as of yet, but there is clearly something happening. Let's just see by exit 2, bit further to the west. Let's check that out. That's eastbound that heads away. So it's somewhere just west of 130. We're looking at something going on, whether it's broken down vehicle or DOT zoom that camera in, so they're more than likely aware of what is going on. Again, this camera is on the median, so I believe that that is going westbound. If according to the maps here, this camera is located right there, so that would make sense here at Klockner Road, going west and then east here, coming into that same location. So if you're a early state house worker this morning, definitely budget your time. Again, we're just waiting for the DOT to give us the fresh update to see what the situation is here as far as what this is. But I have not really have. Let's just close this camera out. Let's refresh it again, because the other situation that I'm seeing here. Let's just zoom in just a little bit more for you, so we can kind of give you the details. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's just see here. There we go. Um, the situation. Oh, okay. I was just ready to say eastbound may be closed because now. Okay, so now I'm seeing a car here, but let me just see if is there an entrance from Klockner? There is not. So there is an entrance from here, which is on Hamilton Square Road, Yardville Hamilton Square Road. So again, very few vehicles here. If I had to take a guess, I don't know. Okay, there goes an emergency vehicle there going west on the shoulder. certainly possible that something came across the median onto the eastbound side, because there is nothing coming through here. Um, Again, if I have my orientation correctly for the direction we're looking, I believe we're looking to the west. Again, it gets a little tough when these cameras are in the center median and they start cross shooting across with the road. So let me just, what we do? Let's just do this. We're gonna come in here, street view action, and we're gonna just take a look to see what we see. See you when I see you. Still no one has given me that answer. See you when I see you. Um, yeah, because if it was going the other way, you would see the ridge, the bridge there. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It's just a tough spot. That camera, I'm almost positive, is exactly at 130. That will be going west, east. Let's just see if we can find the camera here this morning. I know this is boring YouTube television right at this point, but we have to do what we've got to do. All right, so here is the camera. There it is. There's your camera. And let's just go this way to the east. I don't think that camera is looking east because there's no delays on 130 after that. Yeah, that's not going east. All right, so let's go back. Let's take this off. Let's go back here, back to this. Okay, they zoomed the camera out, so let's just stay with this in real time. This is definitely eastbound here because this is the exit for 130. So this is all westbound traffic moving away. Eastbound is effectively shut. The way I look at it, I have not seen anything come through there. And there it is, overturned tractor trailer. Now they got it on 195 west of Hamilton Square, Yardville Road. All lanes are closed. 10 to 15-minute delays there. Exactly what I said. Um, okay, just trying to get a handle on what this is now. They're saying Yardville Road. It's just before here. This is Yardville Road here. Our camera is back at 130. So if it was going west, I don't know. I feel like this camera here is showing me east. This can't be westbound because we're past where they're saying that the overturned tractor trailer is. So I'm just having a hard time grasping as far as I'm almost positive that that is westbound that heads away. And this is east is actually shut. Again, it could be shut both ways because the tractor trailer could have flipped over onto partially onto the eastbound side. So we're not, you know what? Let's go back to Smitty, where are we going? Let's just zoom this out. Okay, so there's the camera at 130. Here's Yardville Road. It's right in here. It's right there. So let's go to the camera at exit 2. So is eastbound traffic here should be hitting the brakes? Yes, that's exactly what it is. Okay. So I am right. So that was on the westbound. That is looking west here this morning. So big trouble if you're working at the State House here this morning. If you know anybody, tell them 195 both ways is all tied up with this overturned tractor trailer just west of 130 by Yardville, Hamilton Square Road. That's a major problem because that is the route of choice for a lot of our State House workers here this morning, especially. Okay, a couple things here. Coming out of Upper Freehold, Howell, people take 195 to get to the State House. Also, folks come off of 130 and go west onto 29 or make your way over to 295. And then the other is a lot of our friends come down the turnpike to head into Trenton and get off here and go west on 195 to 29. So this is definitely the biggest story right now here in New Jersey is the full closure of westbound 195 just west of Route 130 here this morning with this overturned tractor trailer. Now let's go back to our second issue here on the turnpike with another overturned tractor trailer, I should say. Not a good morning for tractor trailers, is it now? Southbound here on the turnpike. We've got this situation here at Interchange 10. The truck lanes, the exit for the Raritan Center at Interchange 10 is currently shut down with an overturned tractor trailer. Stay with the inner roadway instead, even if you have to head point south here this morning. Parkway looks good, but there is that crash here still along 78, the Parkway. As you get south of 78 and out by the Union tolls, where I know we got to hit weather here in about 30 seconds, but I just want to check that situation out there. And I think we may have an issue on 22 as well. Again, it just lights up all over the place, and it happens really fast, and it's in just key spots here this morning. Let's go to the Union Toll Plaza. Union tolls. Let's go to 142, the tower. That's got here. So south is here on the left. You can see that it's just absolute parking lot. Let's go to the tolls. South is here at the top, going from right to left. I don't think this camera is going to show us anything. No. It's too bad when they did all this construction that they didn't go ahead and put some more cameras in. So that's going to be tied up there. I also think Route 20. Okay, so now they've changed it. Okay, that's what I thought. Again, I really thought that it was eastbound, not west, because I didn't see any traffic there. So debris spill, an overturned tractor trailer, 195 eastbound, east of Hamilton Square, Yardville Road in Hamilton. So I was right. Yeah, that was westbound that was headed away. So again, we didn't see any of that traffic going eastbound coming towards us. What was they doing? That's what I wanted to do. Was the weather, because okay, so there was earlier reports of Route 22 potentially with some flooding out by the Garden State Parkway. Didn't see anything, but 22 looks like it's all banged up now with a crash here, just east of Wequag Park, just before 1 and 9. So look at this delay now. So if you're heading out to Newark Liberty, please stay with the Parkway to 78, exit off at exit 142. All right. With that said, I just want to stick to the schedule here. We're about 3 minutes behind. So let's do a little bit of weather, take a quick break, and then we'll finish up North Jersey, and then we'll make our way to the city, because it's just unbelievable traffic here this morning on a Thursday in June. It's crazy. All right, so let's just share my screen here, and our weather is brought to you by Mr. John Rocco, our meteorologist in training over at Rutgers University, and he's also the president of the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club. You can find him on Twitter at John Rocco, JONROCCOWX on Twitter, and definitely want to stay tuned for his forecast there for later on today after we come off of the air. We got some changeable stuff happening for later today. But speaking of change, look at the temperature changes here from Tuesday's high to Wednesday's high. It's incredible. It's almost in some places 20 plus degrees. I mean, look at Central Park from 93 to 72. And then, 96 to 79 in Toms River, 92 to 74 in Sandyston up there in Sussex County. I mean, that's incredible. And then the biggest jackpot winner really is Bridgeport, from 94 degrees the high on Tuesday to Wednesday's high of only 64. That's incredible. It's basically like we went from August straight into, I don't even know, November, early October, late October, Halloween time. Crazy shift in the weather. And for me, I felt like I felt it. It just felt kind of wiped out with the heat and then the quick change. So thanks, John, for putting this great slide together. Really shows you the temperature gradients there. Obviously, a little less to the west with Cherry Hill, only about a 10-degree difference, but 30 degrees there in Bridgeport. Unbelievable. All right, so let's get to this morning's weather forecast. We are going to be looking at a cloudy morning across the region and some fog down towards the southeastern coast of New Jersey, Atlantic and Cape May counties here this morning. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures here in towards the, in the 60s, lower to mid 60s here in New Jersey, 65 in Cape May, all the way up to 61 in Newton. The 5 boroughs into the mid 60s as well, and out to Long Island, a little bit cooler there. A bunch of 60s there, Shirley, Port Jeff, Huntington, and Farmingville. And maybe going to eke out a upper 50 there in Monroe and Patterson, but 61 in Middletown, 61 in Poughkeepsie, and 60 in Yonkers. And the southwestern Connecticut temperature gradient here from about 58 to about 60 in Bridgeport. So let's get to Johnny's Thursday forecast. Mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 70s across northern New Jersey, western Connecticut, and New York State. Up the Hudson Valley, really lower to mid 60s along the Jersey Shore, but warmer with low to mid 80s for inland sections of central and southern New Jersey. Watch out for some showers and storms this evening and later on tonight. Stronger storms currently look to target southern New Jersey, but he'll have updates on Twitter. Again, you want to follow John on Twitter at John Rocco WX. And again, just be weather aware, bring along the umbrella, for later on today. Again, with temperatures here around, he has 84 for Freehold. Could warm, 83 in Trenton, 84, 79 for Central Park. So it's going to be a little bit warmer than it was yesterday, maybe a little steamier feel to the air. We've got these evening showers and storms for later on today to be aware of. And then the rest, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, actually looking in pretty good shape. Here's John's 7-day exclusive forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show. We have after the showers on Friday, then it clears up. Weekend looks pretty pleasant with mid to upper 70s for New Jersey and low to mid 70s elsewhere. Mostly sunny for Saturday, but some more clouds roll in for Sunday and Monday, and chance of showers for Tuesday. And John has a special note here in his forecast, the travel note. It's very likely that we will see the first tropical system of the Atlantic hurricane season form in the Gulf of Mexico. So if you're heading that way, for vacation, just a heads up there. The system will likely be named Alex and bring heavy rain to southern Florida this weekend. So again, just a travel note there. If you are headed to South Florida, more than likely probably like Fort Lauderdale, Miami, that southern section of the Sunshine State. And again, we thank John for the weather here this morning. And again, we are sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery at 22 North Avenue West in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. And we thank Ralph and the entire staff over to the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery for being proud sponsors of the Tri-State Traffic Show, 908-272-3000. And you can find more information on his website, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Just looking at some of the great ice cream that Ralph makes, the Cookie Monster, the coffee ice cream, M&M Explosion. We also have some cotton candy into the mix as well. So just some really great flavors, especially his core staples there, vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Also makes these amazing flying saucers, just really great, especially when the weather gets quite warm as we had the last couple of days. The chip witches, as well as those flying saucers with the sprinkles on them, or you can get them without the sprinkles, as you see here. So some amazing homemade, handmade ice cream at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. And you can find more information on Ralph at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com. All right, so let's get back to the action here this morning. We have the issues on the Parkway getting south of 140, east on 22. If you're heading out to Newark Liberty, please stay with 78 instead. But for the most part, North Jersey is kind of just typical fare here this morning. Going north on the Parkway in Bloomfield is heavy up to 150. East on 80, a little backed up here east of Route 15. And this is getting out towards the Denville area, 23 to 87. We are fine. North along 21 is starting to get busy here at Route 20, and then 17 starting to hit the brakes getting south of the Garden State Plaza Mall. Let's give you the fresh numbers here at the Hudson River crossings coming up on 724 now. We'll take a look about an average of about 40 at the George. Same thing at the Lincoln, and about 25 here at the Holland Tunnel. Let's go to New Jersey Transit. Let's check in here this morning. We will take it over to Morrison Essex now. 614 departure from Gladstone is canceled. Please take the 412 from the 648 departure from Gladstone there. So could be tied up just a bit. And the 746 a.m. AC arrival is up to 15 minutes late. Because of the earlier opening of the Delair Bridge. That Delair Bridge seems to throw a wrench into just about everything every single time, right? So let's give you the fresh update on Path now before we head to the city. Nothing there, so that's good news. We'll take a quick check of our SEPTA system. Let's just see what we got. Any delays? Wilmington, Newark. What's this here? Inbound train 9204 is on the move. Delays of the 25 minutes. Okay. So that's heading down towards Delaware. So just look for that. Or Wilmington, Pennsylvania. No, that is Delaware. Yeah. So look for that here this morning. Okay, let's go back to the incident list, and we want to widen this up just a bit. And again, that's really the biggest issue there is on that 195 corridor. We go to city and upstate. We've got a crash on the Deegan, south by 138th Street by south of Yankee Stadium. Broken down vehicle here on the BQE at Hamilton Avenue. That is not good. And then the Sprain has a broken down vehicle out by Jackson Avenue heading north. So let's go to the maps now. We bring it first over to my good friends Anna and Nikki watching on Staten Island. Good morning to you. North along the West Shore is going to be a little bit busy here out by Fresh Kills Park and then also Arden Avenue. And then the eastbound Staten Island Expressway, heavy right from the West Shore all the way across the island in towards the Verrazano with some heavy traffic there. And then this inbound side of the Gowanus is just jammed all the way through Industry City. City, I should say. Ugh, yeah, can't talk. Um, Industry City, we'll get that right. And a lot of that is obviously morning volume, but the other factor is that southbound crash here coming in towards Hamilton Avenue, which is tying the BQE back all the way to Queens Boulevard. Want to do a quick check here of the Belt Parkway westbound. There was an earlier crash here out by Coney Island Avenue, and that has been cleared, but still, well, no, they're still saying it's there. I didn't see anything on the list, so it may have just been picked up. But look at that delay goes all the way back to Rockaway Parkway and really almost back to Cross Bay Boulevard and even back to the airport now. We're starting to see a lot of traffic there as well. Let's go to the Jackie Robinson. Seeing a lot of traffic there from Kew Gardens Interchange all the way through Cypress Hill Street. The Van Wyck is banged up pretty good here out by Hillside Avenue, and then north on the Cross Island is really busy from the Southern State all the way into the LIE, and then both ways on the LIE from the Cross Island all the way out to Woodhaven Boulevard. West on the Grand Central is heavy out through St. John's, then further west at City Field, and the approach into the RFK Triborough still so far so good. And then south on the Harlem River Drive, we are really backed up there at about 135th down to 115 or so. Whitestone Expressway now hitting the brakes both ways coming off of the Whitestone. Throgsneck is busy. This westbound cross Bronx is a mess getting all the way out from the interchange to the outbound George Washington Bridge. We want to quickly go to the cameras here this morning because I want to show you something else cool, but we'll do that right after we do the reset, the game reset as we call it. Let me just zoom this in just a bit on. Why? So let's go here, and it's right in here on the D again. I hope you can, hope everybody could see this on the screen because it's really kind of tiny here at this side of the fence. 7, you can't see that. Huh. We can put in the comments there if they know how to. Oh, here's Zoom. Okay, right. Go. Let's see which way we're looking. This is heading south. Back. Whoa. All right. That's what I wanted, but the shortcuts were not working. Okay. Ah, come on. Oh, stop it. There. Ah, there it is. Okay. Like how the overhead sign says crash ahead, left lane is blocked, reduce speed, and it's sitting right underneath the sign. That's great. All right. So unless that's a secondary problem, I don't think so. I think that's it there. So we've got FDNY on scene. We've got the flatbed up and running here. So hopefully no one's injured in the crash. But again, you got to stay to the right. The left lane shut down out by 153, which is just south of Yankee Stadium. So we're right in here this morning with that crash. All right, so let's do a little game reset here this morning, if you will call it that. Good morning, everybody. O'Donnell here, Tri-State Traffic Show, Traffic Center. Welcome to the Thursday mess out here across the Tri-State area. Wow, it is really busy yet again. It's just amazing how many people are actually out on the roads for the morning commute. It's really unbelievable. So we have to tell you about this half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. Once again, we're giving away some tickets to her upcoming program here tonight. That's from 7 until 8:30. And there's a quick flyer for that from the Smithsonian Associates. If you like some tickets, I do have some tickets to give away. She so graciously has given me a couple pairs of tickets to give away to the program here for later on this evening. I just need you to email me your email at Tri-State Traffic Show at gmail.com by noon today. Again, by 12 o'clock sharp, because then after that, that's the cutoff. So please just leave a comment there on Facebook and YouTube. If you like the tickets, we'll get you all hooked up. Again, that's a virtual link. It's a Zoom chat, the Zoom presentation, I should say, between 7 and 8:30 this evening. All right. So with that said, let's get back to the action here this morning as I bring down the music, and we will go full screen once again. So this Bronx is, really just getting hit hard. Cross Bronx, same thing with the Major Deegan here at 7:32. All right. So what we're going to do is now we're going to close out some of these tabs here because the computer is like going to give up here in a minute. So what I did was I set up some macros here with cameras. So since we're in the Bronx, this is kind of a cool deal. Just got to figure out how to present it. Go. And we will bring things up here. So it's kind of a snapshot of some of the cameras around the area. So the first is the Bruckner at the Hunts Point exit here this morning. And this is here. I may have to change that camera. I thought this was at the drawbridge. That's the camera I was looking for. But this is out by Hunts Point Avenue, the Bronx River Parkway at 174th Street. That's the Cross Bronx. This is going to be going west here at Clay Avenue. Bill Clay. Anybody know what movie that is from? Come on, somebody has got to be out there watching. Who knows where? What character used the name Bill Clay? Great movie. So this is the Cross Bronx going west here by Clay Avenue. This is just before the Major Deegan and the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. Snapshot of Fordham Road there at Hughes Avenue, Grand Concourse of 161. There's the Deegan by the Triborough here this morning. And this is going to be northbound that heads away. Let's go to the Deegan here by 230th Street. A little bit of heavy traffic in either direction there. This is southbound that comes towards us. Here is the Cross Bronx coming off of the George Washington Bridge at the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. This is eastbound. That's just a parking lot. And this is Pelham Parkway at Boston Road. So kind of a cool feature there. Thank my friends over at the NYCDOT. Let's go to Staten Island now. We'll check out what the ride looks like here in a couple different selected spots. Again, we're giving away those tickets to Darley's program. Please go ahead and comment there on Facebook and YouTube. We'll check the Twitter again noon. Noon is the cutoff if you'd like to get some tickets. We'll have to send the information over to her staff. So this is the Verrazano this morning. This is the eastbound Staten Island Expressway on the approaches to the upper level. You can see the cloudy conditions with some sun kind of just trying to peek its way through there this morning. So you could see a little bit of sun glare just kind of reflecting off the clouds for you off the bridge. So that's just a mess. This is the West Shore Expressway, Bloomfield Avenue. This is Highland Boulevard at Arden Avenue. Highland at Midland Avenue looks okay. This is the Outer Ridge Crossing. This is heading back to New Jersey there. Eastbound Staten Island Expressway at Clove is going to be a mess. This is over by Richmond Avenue heading to Victory Boulevard. That's going eastbound. Looks pretty busy as well. Here's Victory Boulevard at Jersey Street, and then the West Shore over by Fresh Kills Creek. Actually, that's in pretty good shape here this morning, so not too bad of a ride. Let's do the check of Manhattan next. See what we've got here. And these are just some selected spot cameras, kind of a spot audit, if you'd like to call it that. So let's see. We've got 2nd Avenue. Microphone into position here. It's not on camera. 2nd Avenue at 59th Street. That's coming off of the Queensboro Bridge here. 5th at 49th Street. Looking pretty good out by St. Patrick's Cathedral. 7th and 34th. We're okay there. Here's the FDR, which is not okay, getting the RFK Triborough at East 127th. This is the FDR heading south here at 96th Street, and this is the FDR at the Brooklyn Bridge. Looks okay. Here's the Henry Hudson Parkway at 125, and the Henry Hudson at 96th, and then the West Street approaches there out by the Intrepid are in pretty good shape as well. All right, so our time now is 7:36. We did Staten Island, Manhattan, we did the Bronx. Now we do go out to Queens here. Check out this ride. Let's see what the deal is here. There's the Belt at 158th Avenue in Jamaica, Queens. Here's the BQE out by Broadway. So this is going to be southbound that heads away. Grand Central 188. That's westbound that moves away. That's going to be a parking lot. There's the inbound Jackie there at Forest Park Drive, barely even moving. This is the LIE at the QMT, Queens Midtown Tunnel, probably roughly about 10, 12 minutes or so. And here's the LIE over by Queens Boulevard. We're on the westbound side that comes towards us. We are just jammed here this morning. So again, that's normal stuff. Let's go to the LIE. The ramp to the westbound BQE is, I thought they had that camera in a different spot. It was down in here, but nonetheless, that doesn't look terrible, but a little heavy here on the BQE into the Kosciuszko Bridge. The Van Wyck at the Grand Central interchange, a little bit heavy there. From direction that is, I think that's heading south. So this is the Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue. Is all banged up here both ways. But again, what else is new at this time of the morning? There's not a whole lot you can do here for it. Let's just put the banner back up. We'll open up the comment section again. Please throw me up a comment there. Let me know where you're watching from and just to say hello. Let's go to Brooklyn now. And again, if you'd like tickets to Darley's virtual event, please go ahead and let me know. This morning, we'll get you all hooked up with those set of tickets for you. So, all right. So this is the couple spot checks here in Brooklyn. Here's the Belt first off out by Bay 8th here. That's east that comes towards us. This is west on the Belt because of that crash. I think it's still being cleared out by Coney Island Avenue. So look for that. That delay gets all the way back to almost Erskine Street. Here's the BQE. This is the inbound coming off the inbound Gowanus on over to the ramp. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. The BQE at Adams Street. So that is, let's see which way we're going. So this is inbound here or northbound. This is southbound is heavy here at the Brooklyn Bridge. Looks like we got another issue here on the BQE at Sackett. Don't know what direction that is. I think this is southbound. So this is the southbound BQE out of Atlantic Avenue. And yeah, that's exactly what it is because here's our camera at Atlantic. That's south here on the far right. That's heading into this broken down truck in the trench. So that's a real tough spot. We saw a problem there the other morning, and that was a really, really stiff spot to get stuck because there's nowhere. I mean, you got to get emergency apparatus here unless they just shut the BQE, which is not going to. Well, they could, but I mean, it's a really, really difficult place to have any kind of an incident for any time of the day. All right, so let's go to, and I think that's why this BQE is backed up south here from the Brooklyn Bridge into that spot because of the issues there you're seeing at 2nd Street. Let's go to the East River crossings now. We've teed up a couple cameras for you here this morning. It's already 7:40. I still haven't gotten to Long Island or even Connecticut. I gotta figure out a little bit better flow to all of this, but we'll get there. Worry. So, all right. So here's the Brooklyn Bridge inbound to Manhattan. It's okay. Here is the Battery Tunnel approach, maybe about 2 or 3 minutes there. This is the Manhattan Bridge. That's the upper roadway. Traffic coming towards us heading inbound to Manhattan. That's the lower roadway there. Manhattan Bridge is a wild ride. Wow, it's crazy. So that's the lower roadway here. This is the Williamsburg Bridge. That's the inner roadway of the inbound side there. And we will go to there is the LIE at the QMT or the Pulaski Bridge. That's running about 15 minutes now. Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge this morning. We are looking at the lower roadway, and this is going to be inbound here on the far right. Here is the upper level at the Queens Pier. Unfortunately, this camera went out on me. But again, this is where they turn the Queens-bound traffic into Manhattan-bound traffic on the upper level from 6 until, I think it's from 6 till 10. Yeah, I think it's from 6 to 10 in the morning. That's what that happens there. All right, so we've done our cameras for the city. Let's go out towards Long Island. So we will give you the Long Island incident page. We'll see what's happening here. Let's just cross our fingers that nothing big is happening. It is not, so that's great news. We will make our way to the maps now. Let's go out east and work our way west. There's our regular delays on Sunrise Highway, Hampton Bays, through Southampton into Watermill, into Bridgehampton. Also east on 24 out of Riverhead looks pretty good. Pretty bad, I should say. Definitely slow there. LIE is fine until you get out to Vets Highway. A little bit of crowding here. And then a little more traffic getting west of the Sandy Coast Parkway this morning. Again, let me just check the exit number. I think that's 53. Let's just see if I'm right. So long since I've done Long Island traffic. It's been a while. We want to do this. And why is there no exit here for the Sandy Coast? Let's go. Why would that not have exit number? Makes no sense. I don't understand it. What is that? All right, this way. If you're looking at a Google map and you're trying to figure out what the exit number is for the Sandy Coast Parkway, it's obviously 53. Okay, I was right. But why did they put it way back there? Well, I guess maybe it's the start of the exit ramp. Okay, all right, give them that. So from 53 out through Deer Park Avenue, and then more traffic here as you cross into Nassau County from exit 45 to just about exit just west of 44, 43 in that area. West on the northern is heavy into the Wantagh, and then look at this mess on the Meadowbrook here from Hempstead Turnpike all the way on to the westbound northern around the curve into Lakeville Road, and the Wantagh is seeing just about the same amount of traffic there. Southern State Parkway is really getting hit hard here. Both ways will go 18 straight over to 28. Just a ton of traffic in either direction there. Sunrise Highway, though, is looking pretty good. LIE West at 39 is busy, and then a little more crowding into Shelter Rock Road. 25A, the North Shore, is moving just normal rush hour traffic throughout the area. All right, so we will go to next. We're going to do the MTA because I want to do take a break, and then we'll go to Connecticut and Hudson Valley for right now. Let's just see what we got here. Long Island Railroad, we are good. So is Metro North, so things are fine there. All right, friends. So let's stick to the schedule, and we want to take a look at our weather and then take a quick break as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the weather. This is from our good friend John Rocco. It's on Twitter. Peter Hollis training over at Rutgers University, also president of the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club. And you can find him on Twitter at John Rocco, JONROCCOWX. And he will have some important updates for the forecast after we come off the air for later on this afternoon. So definitely follow him if you can. All right, this is a special slide I had Johnny make for us. And just to give you an idea of the temperature gradient changes from Tuesday's highs to Wednesday's high. And look at the jackpot winner in Bridgeport. Went from 94 for a high on Tuesday, and only 64 on Wednesday, a 30-degree drop in less than 24 hours. That's incredible. We went from August to like October. It just fascinates me how it's able to just change like that, almost on a dime, that quickly. You see there Poughkeepsie at 93 and then 71 on Wednesday, 93 in Islip, 70 there for Wednesday, and then look at 96 in Toms River. That's some really brutal heat to 79. AC Marina 92 to 79. So southwestern Jersey, a little less as far as the temperature gradient is concerned, but nonetheless, still just about 10 degrees plus there, almost 20 degrees in Hopewell. Same thing on over towards Sandyston in Sussex County. Let's take a look at the AM commuter forecast. Kind of partly cloudy out there across the board here for the early morning travelers, and just some fog down towards southern sections of New Jersey, Atlantic, and Cape May counties. We will head over towards the temperature, for the southern sections of Jersey. That's why I think we're seeing some of the fog, because it's a little bit warmer down there. 65 in Cape May, 63 in AC, 65 in Camden, but 61 up there in Newton in Sussex County. The city holding strong here, starting things off into the mid 60s. Go out to the island, a little cooler there, 60 in Farmingville and Shirley, and 60 in Port Jeff. On over towards Hudson Valley, temperatures about 59 in Monroe, 60 in Yonkers, and 61 in Poughkeepsie. Western Connecticut, a little bit cooler there, 58 in Torrington, in Litchfield, 58 in Waterbury, and 60 in Bridgeport. So here's John's forecast for today. Mostly cloudy, and then a potential for an evening storm like we had last night. Some of those storms were pretty heavy. We could, in some places, maybe it had 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. Again, keep an eye to the sky. Bring along the umbrella for later on for the evening commute home. You can see kind of a temperature gradient here from 74 in Islip to 86 in Cherry Hill and 83 in Trenton. And 75 in Atlantic City, and then 77 in Andover. Let's take a look at some of the weather potential threats there. We've got, again, the evening showers for later on today, but then after that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that is looking good. We go to John's exclusive 7-day weather forecast. Again, today, looking at a high of just around 80 or so. Tomorrow, 79, and then clearing into the afternoon. Saturday and Sunday look absolutely golden. With some golden sunshine at 78 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday, 76 for a Monday, and a chance for showers creep into the picture on a Tuesday. And then Wednesday, a high of about 79. Now, John also notes in his forecast, special travel forecast note, very likely we're going to see the first tropical system of the Atlantic hurricane season. That's going to form in the Gulf of Mexico. The system will likely be named Alex and bring some heavy rain to southern Florida this weekend. So, again, please keep that in mind. All right, so let's take a quick break. I want to talk to you about Travels with Darlie, and she is a proud sponsor of this half hour of the Tri-State Traffic Show, and you can watch her program on Amazon Prime as well as PBS Create, also on Ovation TV's Journey and Wondrum. Travels with Darlie, just a great show. Darlie does such an amazing job with all of her travels around the world, tells you the best places to go, eat, have some great adventures. Does a lot of bike riding, hiking, bicycling, and just really gets into all the locality of where the destination that she's taking you for this week's visit, and really gets that local flavor of all the best places to see. Now, again, her virtual program is tonight. Again, that is tonight, coming up at 7 p.m. until 8:30. I do have some tickets to give away. If you'd like tickets there, please leave a comment on Facebook and YouTube, and I'll send you the link, or the actual, you email me at Tri-State Traffic Show at gmail.com. And if anybody's watching on Twitter would like some tickets as well, noon, again, 12 p.m. is the cutoff. If you like those tickets, just leave me a note, and then we can hook up. You can email me your email address and your name, and we'll get things set up. But again, by noon today, I have to know. I'll check my Twitter up until noon. If anybody would like to go, we have a couple of free tickets there for the program tonight, 7 p.m. to 8:30. It's on Santa Fe, New Mexico. I hear it's going to be a great program. I will be going to the show. Going to give you all the best places again to see, eat, drink, have a great adventure and some great history on Santa Fe. All the best places to go and really enjoy your visit to Santa Fe, New Mexico. Again, that is Destination Cities by Darley Newman, courtesy of our friends at the Smithsonian Associates. That's this evening from 7 to 8:30. Again, I do have some tickets to give away, so if you'd like them, please post up a comment here on Facebook and YouTube, and we will get you all set up with those tickets. All right. So with that said, you know what? Let me just do this here for some who are unfamiliar with Darley, and there may be some. We'll just give you a little flavor here of what Travels with Darley is all about.
I'm Darley Newman, and we're in Albany, New York, Charleston, South Carolina, Selma, Alabama, Colorado, Hayward, Wisconsin, at the site of the Lumberjack World Championships.
We're road tripping across the USA on epic trails for adventure.
If I were on the battlefield, I would have run.
Cuisine.
It smells really good. Wow.
You got one?
I got a jalapeno in there.
History.
Prior to this canal opening, boats to get to the center of the country had to go down around Florida and up the Mississippi.
Dr. Martin Luther King delivering his amazing "How long, not long" speech.
And culture.
Where's Bob Ross when you need him?
Discover what's in your own backyard on an all-new season of Travels with Darley.
Those are good. Cattails, who knew? Wow, 6th generation.
Yes.
Amazing.
120 proof smooth, right?
1, 2, 3.
So that's a little taste of what Travels with Darley is all about. A great program, really informative. And again, you can watch her on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. And again, we have some tickets for her program on Santa Fe, New Mexico. And that is this evening beginning at 7 p.m. All right. With all that said, we will take you over to Connecticut now. Let's check out the deal here. Definitely much quieter than it was yesterday. Again, yesterday we had that issue with the tractor trailer fire in Darien, but nothing of that magnitude. So that is good news, as you can see here from the travel incident page. My good friends at CTDOT and State Police. Just delays across the board, except for 7 here in Sharon at Swaller Hill Road. Friggin' wires down there. So that's really the only closure that I am seeing. Delay is on the Merritt. This is between exits 48 out through just about exit 36. Again, that's just regular traffic for the morning rush hour. And then in Stamford from 9 to 6, and then 29 through 11. So we might as well just do that. And in Meriden, there's a crash on 91. That's between 15 and 16. 2 lanes are closed. So let's go back to our maps. And again, kind of just par for the course, we'll call it in golf terms, because I think this weekend's going to be an awesome golf weekend. Here's the issues along 91 I just mentioned up in here, out by Route 15. Getting into Meriden this morning, so look for that. 84 out of Newtown into Danbury. That is busy, but again, that's usually what we see for the morning rush hour. So Connecticut, for the most part, is playing nicely here for our morning rush hour. No major incidents, just a lot of volume. That's to be expected. All right, so let's jump into a lower Westchester at 7:53. We're going to try to hold to the schedule here this morning, and we'll do a reset here at 8 o'clock. So let's take a look at the eastbound side of 287, coming off the Tappan Zee Bridge. Pretty busy there from exit 1 out through 5, and then out to 280 to the New England Thruway. We're fine, but the New England Thruway looks great, as it always does, unless some unforeseen accident here going north and south. We take a look at the Hutch heading south. The 287 is busy. North into Weaver is a little bit crowded. And then we've got our delays on the Cross County Parkway in either direction. Now it looks like we may have a crash here on the westbound side. So let's go to the Hudson Valley incidents, see what, if anything, is being reported there. Taconic and Route 22, both ways here. South of King Street, everything is shut because of flooding. Yeah. And on the Taconic, approaching Croton Reservoir, the bridge there in Yorktown, the shoulder is shut down in that location. So a couple of things popping off here this morning, but this may be a new crash here coming just west of the Hutch, and then more delays on the Cross County getting out to the Sawmill. The thruway through Yonkers looking good. Say good morning, my good friend Hank in Yonkers, and I'm sure he's very happy. His Mets are playing extremely well. Let's go to the Tappan Zee Como Bridge. That is fine. The throughway in Rockland, a little congestion here from 14 into 13 into 12, but it's really better than it certainly was yesterday. So again, I think this is maybe hopefully what we'll see Thursday, Friday, maybe a little lighter than normal. If you want to call it normal, as the weather gets better, people are using the work from home situation as well as just taking some PTO. Let's go up to Orange County now. The throughway is fine. So is Route 6 and 84. 84 across the Beacon Bridge looks good. So it is 84 here out through Brewster. Going west is a little bit slow, but then south on 684 is heavy as you get south of the Brewster area in towards Katona. All right, so 7:56 is our time. Wow, excuse me. A little frog in the throat there. I think it's the pollen in the air or something. Again, I got 65 and partly cloudy in the Tri-State Show Traffic Center. So let's do this. Let's get another fresh update from MTA on Metro North this morning. See what we've got, and we'll take a look at that. Everything is on or close. The Pascagoula Valley, again, is operated by New Jersey Transit in conjunction with Metro North. So we have the planned substitute busing. It's the end of this month. Can't believe it's already June the 2nd. Where has this half of year gone? Wow, it's been a crazy first 6 months, right? So hopefully the next 6 months things will settle down across the board. So we've got the planned substitute busing there on the Pascagoula Valley line. All right, let's just check in with the subways while we're on here. I did see a couple of things come up just to check in with that. So we go to the A train. A train's running with delays while we work to address the signal problem near 88th Street. So that in mind, Staten Island Railway again from Great Kills to St. George, 751 train is not going to run. So that was about 6 minutes ago or so. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Again, they're trying to run as many trains as they can. Again, it's the staffing issue is hitting everybody really across the board. Let's go to the bridges and tunnels, see what the deal is here. And I think we're going to see a lot of traffic. Obviously, at the George, it's actually coming down the numbers a little bit. So on average, 35 at the George, 40 at the Lincoln, 30 at the Holland. So, hopefully things will kind of ease out here shortly. And just amazing where everybody is going, right? Where is everybody going for the morning rush hour? Absolutely crazy. It is amazing, during the pandemic, the height of it, we were really in the lockdown. I was talking about midday construction, 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it was because there's just no one on the road. So DOT smartly, decided to do some of the road work during the daytime, earlier on the daytime hours. And then especially here in New Jersey, they definitely, got some of the projects, I think, done maybe just a little bit ahead of schedule because of that. So maybe that was a very, very small sliver of sunshine out of the unfortunate situation we're in and are still in, actually. Again, slowly coming back, or probably, I would say, the morning rush hour. Again, we're going into the summertime now. The next benchmark probably won't be until, mid-September or so. We're probably looking at about 85% of traffic back. We'll put it at that number. I don't have any hard numbers, but just put it at that at this point. So just kind of keep that in mind for the morning rush hour. All right, so let's do a game reset here, as I call it. Always a big college basketball fan. Game reset, right? Let's do this. We're coming up on just about 8 o'clock here this morning. And you are watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. I am Odon here in the traffic center. Hi. Hey, how are you? I got to get the microphone out of the way, right? So, good morning to you here on a Thursday morning. It's amazing how the holiday has made the week really accelerate here. Again, we're already at Thursday morning. So happy Thursday to everybody here. Friday EV, right, getting into the weekend. We'll have another check of your forecast with John Rocco coming up at 15 and 45. We also have some tickets to give away to Darley Newman's virtual program. That's this evening at 7 p.m., courtesy of our friends over at the Smithsonian Associates. And that is on Santa Fe, New Mexico. So I do have some tickets to give away. If you'd like them, please comment on YouTube and Facebook. Again, the cutoff is noon today, 12 p.m. If you're also on Twitter, leave me a comment there, and we'll hook you up with some of those tickets. And this half hour is proudly sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. All right, so with that said, let's get back to the action here this morning, shall we? And we'll take a look at what we've got going on around the Garden State. Again, we've had a couple of issues working that are in pretty key spots. Let's go back to the incident page, shall we, for New Jersey this morning. Let's go here. So we've got this situation on 195. So this is along 195, and this is going eastbound here to this morning at Hamilton Square, Yardville Road. That's a mouthful to say, right? So this is the area in question. It's right in here. So now, if you are a State House worker, I'm telling you, leave now. Forget the Wawa unless you need gas, right? Forget the extra cup of coffee, because you are going to be late if you haven't planned this out already. Unfortunately, going west, there's really not a whole lot of options for you to take here. Maybe what road is this here? 524. Again, you're coming through Allentown, and again, that can be an awfully slow ride this morning. Coming through this section of Western Monmouth into Mercer County. It's all because of this crash here. I don't know why they say the crash. See, this is the problem. This is the issue. So Google Maps puts this stuff up here. And again, I take this with a very big grain of salt. Anytime I talk about anything that comes up on Google Maps here, I know I'm using it. You're going to say, why are you using it? But this is the easiest way to do mapping. Again, this is saying there's a crash westbound. Again, not to say that there may be something smaller crash, but this is definitely not the crash here that they're talking about eastbound, because we showed you that camera out by 1:30 this morning, and I showed you that the eastbound side was closed. I told you it was closed. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I can tell when a road is shut down and the situation there. And this is the camera that I showed you here this morning. Let's just see what direction they have the camera pointed in here. Let's just see. Okay. So this is going west. Again, here is east. Nothing is coming through. This is the ramp from 130 south to eastbound 195. So again, it is eastbound that is completely shut here this morning. That is barely even moving. Now, I don't know where they're going to exit you off here. I'm assuming it's Yardville Square Road. Just show you the camera here out by exit 2, and this is not even moving. You're going to see it. Look at this. Barely even moving. I mean, there's nothing. Fortunately, there's no camera here in that area, which is right in here. So that's where you're being exited off going east at Yardville Hamilton Square Road this morning. In the westbound, it's got a lot of rubbernecking delays. Again, now building with that general volume for our State House workers. We're well east of the turnpike now. So yeah, that's a pretty rough situation. Again, hopefully no one is seriously injured in this crash, although 29 is doing what it does for the morning rush hour at 8 o'clock, is getting hit hard here into the Trenton Tunnel. Let's go back to the incident page, because I wanted to check up here on this overturned tractor trailer on the ramp to the southbound side off the southbound truck lanes, the entrance at 10 for 440, the Raritan Center, and 287. Everything is shut there. And that's been out there for some time at this point. And then there's this tractor trailer fire still cleaning up things here south just before interchange 7, but we haven't seen any delays there. Let's go to, let's see, this is in Rahway. This is going to be, see, that's St. George's Avenue south of Westfield Avenue and Rawway. Looks like that's out by Washington headquarters here this morning, doing some kind of fluid spill. We'll get to that in a minute, but let's just check out South Jersey while we're here. Good morning, Auntie Anna. Good morning to you. Thanks a lot for the comments here. Hope things are fine there in the Homedale area, out by the Arts Center. So very happy Thursday morning to you. And again, Anna and Alexandra, if you'd like tickets to Darley's program, please let me know. She's been graciously giving me some tickets to give away to some of our viewers. We'll take a look at the Garden State Parkway. Pretty busy here in towards exit 91, and then 55 and 42. We're also seeing just a ton of traffic getting in towards that 295 Turnpike 76 hole interchange there, and then 295 south of exit 30 is pretty busy. But when is that never an issue? All the lower Delaware River crossings are in good shape. 206 is good. Is this really the 195? That's the biggest hotspot here this morning. That's going to affect, I think, the most drivers. That's kind of the unexpected situation there. Let's go to 287 now, both ways here through Edison, between exits 1 and 2 is starting to get busy. The Turnpike Parkway across the Driscoll Bridge, that's clear. 206 in Hillsborough, starting to see some more traffic backing up there, but Route 22, we're fine. Even 78 out to Phillipsburg is good. So is 287. That really looks fantastic. West along 78 is a fairly crowded ride, getting west of the Parkway. What else is new? East on 22, looks like the crash has been cleared out by Wequahic Park in Newark. So now we're just regular, can't even talk straight. Is it the weekend yet? Regular delays getting east along Route 22. Got it right. Where's the applause? Do I have an applause banner? I think I do, right? Let's just see. Is this the applause? Hold on. I gotta put the headsets on here, right? Let's just see. Is this the applause? No, that's the laugh. Yeah, right. Yep. I'm just stupid. We go here. There we go. Now I got it. All right. Very good. Very, very good. Excellent. All right. So we'll talk to you about the Bay extension of the Turnpike. Love those sound effects, right? Kind of fun. What else I have too in the sound effects bank? Not that it matters here at this point. Let's just see here what we've got. And we'll take a couple of other looks here. Nothing terribly exciting, but let me put some more in later on. So anyway, I digress. Bill Clay. I haven't found anybody who can tell me where Bill Clay. What movie is that? Somebody's got to have the answer. Stars a New Jersey native in the title role. North on the Turnpike into 14 is busy. So is the Bay extension there. Parkway both ways from 142 all the way up to 145 is busy. And then starting to crowd up here out through exit 148 in Bloomfield. What else is new there? West along 280. I don't like this. I don't know what this could be. This is by... Oh, where are we? Is this out by Eisenhower Parkway? It is. So I'm going to check with the camera in that in a minute. Then the ride 80 east here at Route 15 is heavy. South on 15 is busy, getting through Jefferson out by the diner. And then we've got more traffic down 80 out of Denville on over towards 287. Then west is crowding up here just west of 46. 80 through Patterson, building more volume here at Route 20. And then both ways, 46 Route 3 and Little Falls, that combination. That's going to be a solid ride. So 17 in either direction out by Essex Street and Lodi. And then south along 208 getting hit hard here in towards Maple Avenue. And then Route 4 at Hackensack Avenue is going to be a fairly busy ride. So we wanted to go to that camera along Route 280. Just got to be able to bring up the cameras here this morning. Let me just zoom out of that. Go to 280. We'll go to Eisenhower Parkway. Let's check in with that. And, of course, the camera doesn't work. Let's just try Laurel Avenue. Oh, Apple, please help me out next week with a new computer. Oh, I hope that they introduce something. I'm kind of caught in that middle zone because this computer I have is an Apple Mac Mini, which is fantastic. Amazing computer. Highly recommended if you're looking for a small general purpose computer. Really does a lot for, punches way above its weight. But it's 2 years old, and the rumors are that they're going to introduce a new Mac Mini next week at WWDC. So it's kind of what I'm holding out for. I've gone this far, so what's another 4 or 5 days just to find out and get the latest and greatest, because we definitely need it here in the traffic center. A lot of graphics, a lot of cameras that we need to show you. Unfortunately, that camera at Eisenhower is out, but I really think that there is something going on there, whether it's a crash or a broken down vehicle. So be careful now coming off of Livingston Avenue, Laurel Avenue at 6, even out to 7 and 8 by Prospect Avenue. So if you're headed west out to 80, you're going to hit the brakes there just a bit. I would say that that's probably a crash because it's starting to back up things now. No, broken down vehicle. There it is. Okay, westbound at Eisenhower in Roseland. Left lane is shut there. So, again, just got that confirmation here from our friends over at DOT this morning. I'm going to show you that fluid spill here. I don't think it's really going to tie up traffic terribly, but we will see. And I want to say no before I see what's going on. All right, so it's right in here. It's here at the interchange of Grand Avenue, Westfield Avenue, which is on the border of Clark and Rahway. We've got this issue with some kind of a fluid spill here this morning, and they're saying south, so it'll be coming this way. But I think there's some, I think it's at the intersection here. Now, whether it's because of an accident with fuel, not quite sure. But again, St. George's Avenue, that's what everybody knows it here. In the Union County area, that is 27 out by Westfield Avenue and West Grand Avenue on the border of Rahway and Clark. So, again, just be mindful of that here this morning, especially if you're coming out of Avenel Colonia and you're coming up from 35 and trying to make your way in towards Linden, going to get tied up just a bit. All right, with that said, let's give you the fresh update here at 8:11 and at the bridges and tunnels. We'll run down the numbers here this morning. Let's see what we've got. Come on. Let's go. Let's see what's happening. Some like crossing times music, right? Where's Doc Gibbs when you need him? Emerald Live. Is that a great show? There's this digital sub channel called Dabble. If anybody has that, I think it's on all the cable systems. You can pick it up over the air for free as well. But they show Emerald Live 3 hours straight on Friday mornings, I think from 8 to 11. That Emerald Live show is just fantastic. What a great idea to put cooking and almost like a Tonight Show type setting with the live studio audience. I mean, just really a fun show to watch, especially while you're having dinner. And, it'd be great to see Emerald bring that show back. I can't imagine that some network wouldn't want to put Emerald Lagasse on TV. I just don't get it. But just a little fun fact there for you. So we're averaging about 30 to 35 at the George, 30 at the Lincoln, 25 at the Holland Tunnel. Let's run down New Jersey Transit here. We're going to I think we're going to take this right to the break. Let's just see what we've got across the board. Here we go. Let's just see here now. We've got Morris and Essex now coming in. That's that departure out of Gladstone was canceled. So they still have it up there until it gets to its final destination. The corridor, we got the 7:50 arrival. Into Penn is 15 minutes late there. 7:47 from Trenton is canceled for mechanicals. That is already obviously well past the time. Raritan Valley now, 8:52 Highbridge arrival is 20 minutes late for congestion from a broken down train ahead. And the 8:03 out of Newark Penn, again, out of Newark Penn is canceled due to a smoke condition at Fanwood. Okay. So you have to get on the 8:21, which is coming up in about 8 minutes time. Let's run down the numbers for PATH here this morning. Let's see what we've got. Doesn't look like we've got anything. All right. So PATH is playing nicely. So is New Jersey Transit for the most part. And again, New Jersey it's really concentrated obviously up here in the north eastern section of the state, but it's really this westbound 195 situation. It's closed going east, but the westbound side may have a couple of crashes as well. Potentially, not sure, nothing confirmed. But look at this delay. We're east of the turnpike. So again, if you're a state house worker this morning, you're getting up and you're going through your normal routine. You have to be in the office at 9 o'clock, and you normally leave right around now. It's probably going to take you at least another 20, 25 minutes heading west just to connect with 29 into 295. So either make some alternate plans, leave a little later, maybe start your day with the work from home situation if your boss will allow it. Hopefully they will. Just you're not sitting in all this traffic. So that is a problem here west along 195. Again, you've got to add some extra travel time. We're here at 8:15. I'm going to quickly go to the travel time slide here this morning, and we're going to hit weather right on time because I just keep rambling on westbound. All right, so from the Turnpike to 295, take you 7 minutes, well over 20. So we're about a 15-minute backup there, and then we go east, which is probably not even reporting here from 295 to the Turnpike because it's closed. So once the sensors don't see any traffic, it just doesn't give you the algorithm to produce the times here this morning. So again, that is our hotspot there, is on 195 both ways out by just west of Route 130 here this morning. All right, so with that said, let's take a break here this morning, and we'll take a look at our forecast from our friend John Rocco, who's the meteorologist in training over at Rutgers University. John can be found on Twitter at John Rocco, JONROCCOWX. Again, on Twitter here this morning, and you want to follow him later on today because there are some things changing for the forecast for later on. We'll get to that in a second. But first, John has made this great slide. He makes all these awesome slides for me, so I really appreciate it. We're going to get him on the broadcast here shortly. So stay tuned for that. The temperature change is just amazing to me from Tuesday's highs to Wednesday. Look at Bridgeport, 30-degree drop in temperatures in 24 hours, or maybe a little over 24 hours. That's just remarkable to me. From 94 to 64, 30-degree drop. We went from like mid-August to like end of October, early November. Sometimes you get those warm days there. Central Park, 90, almost a 20-degree temperature drop, a little less than South Jersey at the AC Marina, about 13 degrees there. In Cherry Hill, from 94 to 84, to 10-degree drop in that location. And in Sanduston, 92 to 74. So just remarkable how quick the weather has changed in just the last couple of days. All right, take a look at this morning commute. Kind of mostly cloudy out there. You may see a few peaks of sunshine throughout the tri-state, but really not a whole lot of sun here this morning. But still bring along the sunglasses for your ride. We'll take a look at the temperature gradients here this morning across the board for the Great Garden State. We're looking at temperatures here into the mid 60s or so. Just really depending on obviously where you are, 65 in Cape May and 65 in Camden. We continue on here for the five boroughs, looking at temps into the lower to mid 60s, depending on where you are. Lower 60s here across Long Island, on over towards the Hudson Valley, about on average about 6 degrees there in Yonkers, 59 in Monroe, 61 in Middletown, and into the upper 50s to lower 60s for Bridgeport and New Haven. So here's John's forecast for today. Mostly cloudy with the potential for some evening showers and storms. So look for that as we had last night. Again, last night was pretty active. Quite a bit of rain there, up to 1 inch to 2 inches of rain in certain areas across our viewing location. Temps here into the mid 70s to almost mid 80s, depending on where you are. Again, a little warmer out to Cherry Hill and Trenton, and then 74 out on the island in Islip, and 75 in Atlantic City. After this evening's storms, it looks like it's settling down here for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Let's take a look at the exclusive 7-day forecast here for the Tri-State Traffic Show. 80 degrees here for a few evening storms, and then 79 with those storms clearing into the probably late morning or so. And then look at this golden sunshine here, a little cloudier as we go into the rest of the weekend, Sunday and Monday. But look at the temps, 78, 75, 76, 76, and 79. So shaping up to be a fantastic weekend across the board. Also, John says there's a special travel forecast we want to let us know about, and this is the first named storm, potentially the first tropical system of the Atlantic hurricane season. Looks like it's going to form in the Gulf of Mexico sometime in the next couple of days. So the system likely named Alex, and will potentially bring some heavy rain to South Florida this weekend. So maybe if you're planning a vacation, heading out to, let's say, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, you may be getting a little soaked there with some rain. So again, thanks, John, for the alert from our weather center. So again, we are, so I thank, first of all, I thank John for the forecast. Well, last and final check your forecast coming up at 8:45. Want to thank our sponsor, Ralph, over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is his webpage. But before we get to that, let me just switch the maps here this morning. I want to bring this over towards our observation list, shall we? Again, I'm doing master control, producing, anchoring, and engineering this whole show here all at the same time. So I apologize for that. Just the kind of the clunkiness of the format. But anyway, so let's take a look at the temperatures. Our last reporting came in at about a half an hour ago, mostly cloudy at EWR, already almost at 70, 61 at Kabreski and some fog, 67 at Farmingdale, 64 in Shirley, 64 in Islip, 67 at Kennedy, 69 at LaGuardia, 66 and Central Park, 66 in Somerville, and 67 at Teterboro, and 63 in Trenton. So we'll get another check of those observation stations, courtesy of our friends over at the National Weather Service. We'll do that right before 9 o'clock because the next update doesn't come in until about 8:50, 8:55 or so. So with that said, I want to talk to you about the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery very briefly here at 821. They are located in Cranford, New Jersey, in Union County, right off the historic Raritan Valley line of New Jersey Transit. Ralph is the owner-proprietor in his 13th season out of Queens. We will take you to some of his great flavors, vanilla bean, chocolate, as well as strawberry. Just the core three are really just the most popular ice cream flavors still, that kind of Neapolitan type ice cream with those three flavors. Also, another award-winning ice cream is really his Bananas Foster is fantastic if you're looking for something of a different flavor. Also, he has Cookie Monster and Party Cake. Holy Cannoli always sells out. Same thing with Cotton Candy, and the Vanilla Chocolate Super Crunch is almost like a mashed up ice cream cake, and it really is good with those little chocolate crunchies. It seems like that's what most people go for in the ice cream cake, right? Is the chocolate little crunchies that are in the center. It seems like everyone gravitates to those. So that's basically almost like a mashed up ice cream cake. M&M Explosion is another crowd favorite as well. And speaking of those cakes, we've got obviously graduation for the colleges and universities are pretty much finished for the 2022 season, but some may still be having some parties for that. And then we have the high school and middle school graduations coming up about the third week of June. So in about 3 weeks time or so from now. Like the 22nd, 23rd, a lot of graduations of that week there. We also have Father's Day coming up in a couple of weeks. So he has these great ice cream cakes, can serve as little as 7 to 8 people, the small cake, all the way up to 40 people for a large sheet cake. He has some of these exclusive crunchy cream cakes, Oreo, Reese's Pieces, and M&M's, and the signature cakes here, Bananas Foster, Party Cake, and the Mocha Bomb, just decadent chocolate in that. And then he also makes some seasonal items as well. You just have to check the Facebook updates at Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, and also on Instagram, he'll post up some of his interesting seasonal flavors. And then these great cupcakes that he makes, these vanilla cupcakes with a little bit of vanilla cake, as well as some vanilla bean ice cream. Just absolutely delicious stuff. And then he makes these Oreo pies here, which are really cool. But the ice cream sandwiches fly off the shelf. Literally, the classic flying saucers fly off the shelf. Same thing with the chip, which is just that core staple of that ice cream sandwich with the chocolate wafer. And he's got the nice soft, pillowy soft vanilla ice cream with the chocolate chips on the chipwiches. I'm getting very, very hungry right now. Also makes an amazing sorbet. He's got lemon and peach mango, as well as blood orange. Really refreshing, kind of cleanses the palate, especially when the weather gets really, really warm like we had this past weekend. So once again, Ralph is at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, located on 22 North Avenue West. It's going to come up as Route 28 because that's a state highway on your GPS if you're from outside the Union County area. 908-272-3000 is your time. His hours are from 12:30 to 9:30, Monday through Thursday, until 10 on Friday and Saturday, and until 9 p.m. on Sunday. And we thank Ralph for proudly being a sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's get back to the action here this morning. I'm going to take you over to the city. We're going to update you on the 195 situation here momentarily, but we have to talk to our friends in the city. And Staten Island really looks good. Just a little bit of a backup here going east out by 440. Let's go to the traffic incident page. And, I know it's not the page I want. So we want to go here. Let's go here, and we want to go to there. Let's just bring up the area. No, I don't want the cameras, and I don't want Hudson Valley. I thought I had the Manhattan one here. New York City area. That's the one I want. So let's bring that up for you. So we've got a couple things working. Quite a bit. Let's just see here. You know what? Let's just do this, Smith. We're going to save this here while I'm on it. So NYC. Go. Bingo. Save some time. Save some time later while I'm eating breakfast. So anyway, we've got some issues here. First on the Deegan by 138th Street. We showed you that. That's still being cleared. The upper level going back to New Jersey. Incident there. All lanes are open, so I guess whatever was there, that's just delays they're looking at. West on the Grand Central, a crash at Main Street. Try to find that one. And then the RFK Triborough had just had some delays there. Broken down vehicle on the westbound Cross Bronx, out by Jerome, and then a crash on the Belt east. Crash on the Belt says in Southern Parkway, eastbound at the Belt Parkway. So that's the Southern State, out by the Belt. All right. So let's go first to the Belt Parkway. There was a couple of crashes here out by Coney Island Avenue, Ocean Parkway. Been clear, but the damage is done. Getting all the way out through, I'd just say west of Cross Bay, and the inbound Gowanus is a mess, straight through Bay Ridge, all the way through Industry City this morning, all the way up and on to the into the trench here this morning. Just a mess. Let's go back to that camera, shall we? No, that's not what I wanted. I just wanted these cameras. So I'm going to show you the Sackett Street camera, just to check up to see what the situation was there with that broken down box truck that was closing up a left lane through the trench, as we kind of call it here in the traffic biz. Where is Sackett? There it is. So southbound is coming towards, okay, so that's been cleared. So that's out of the way for us. But again, the southbound side is well back to Queens Boulevard, all the way across the Kosciuszko Bridge. But again, what else is new, right? So we'll go about 15 at the Battery Tunnel, maybe even 10. Brooklyn Bridge, all the bridges here look pretty quiet. Midtown Tunnel is about a half an hour. Queensboro Bridge at Koch is about 15. The west side, the east side, I should say, is heavy from about 125th all the way down through the mid 30s. West side is awfully crowded as well, coming right off the George Washington Bridge. Let's head over to the westbound LIE. That's heavy for the lower roadway. Getting onto the BQE there at the Kosciuszko Bridge. Let's go out to Jackie Robinson here. Looks like we may have another crash going east, maybe out by Cypress Hill Street. So look for that. The Van Wyck is all banged up here through Hillside Avenue both ways. This is the Belt both ways here from the Van Wyck all the way out through Sunrise Highway into the Southern State. I think that's maybe where that crash that they're talking about. Cross Island is heavy straight up the line all the way to the LIE, and the LIE is just a mess from the Cross Island all the way to Woodhaven Boulevard. Same thing with the Grand Central this morning. Both ways here from the Clearview heading west all the way out to Kew Gardens, and then again the RFK's got the Triborough delays into Manhattan. Both ways the Cross Island pretty heavy here, just west of the Clearview. Throgs Neck, a little congestion there through the construction. West on the Cross Bronx is heavy out to the George, and the Deegan is still getting hit hard, getting out to about 133rd Street or so, and that's what that other crash there on the Deegan, which we were unfortunately unable to find. I'm going to show you. We're going to do a reset here in just about 30 seconds this morning. But let's see if I can quickly bring up that camera before 8:30. I'm on a race against time, aren't we all, right? So the Deegan here. Okay, this is it. 153rd. Still cleaning up this crash. It's been out here for well over an hour now. Tying up the ride now, especially coming off of the Cross Bronx Expressway, is also going to be an issue exiting for the Major Deegan. So again, we're going to stay here and follow this here in real time. But now we are at 8:30 here this morning. Good morning to you. Live here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center, up in on the air now until the top of the 9 o'clock hour, as we normally are. We're live from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday for your morning commute. Good morning to you. Hopefully having a fantastic Thursday here at 8:30. And just want to let you know, our half hour here is sponsored by Darley Newman and Travels with Darley. If you're unfamiliar with Darley, there she is. She has a great program on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, and on Ovation TV's Journey. And she has a great program coming up this evening on Santa Fe, New Mexico. So I do have a couple of tickets to give away. If you're interested in going, please let me know in the comments section, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We just need your email address. You can email us here at the Traffic Center, Tri-State Traffic Show at gmail.com. And we'll get you all hooked up with those tickets. Again, 12 p.m. is going to be the cutoff there. Please, right now, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. We'll get you all hooked up. Or if you're on Twitter, we'll take a look at those comments afterwards. And we'll get you all set up. Again, that's this evening from 7 to 8:30. That's Destination Cities, Santa Fe, New Mexico. All right, so let's talk to you about the rest of the morning commute now. We'll go back to our cameras here this morning, and let's bring this back up. There we go. So this is the issue here on the Major Deegan. This is heading south of the Cross Bronx, getting closer towards just south of Yankee Stadium in that area. We are looking at this crash still being cleared now. Friends has been out there for well over an hour plus or so with this crash. So it really is just a mess here coming south of the Cross Bronx Expressway. So what we're going to do is now let's just close out of the path delays there. We'll come back to the Hudson River crossings. We'll come back to the city events. We'll come back to Ralph when we finish up the show. What I want to do is I set up these cameras here on a 9 quad box. Well, it doesn't make any sense because it's not a quad. So let's just go here. Let's go down the bottom because this is the one at Undercliff. So it's this camera in here. This is coming off the George Washington Bridge. Although the ramp, I know it's kind of small. I can't make the cameras I can't make this page any bigger. You're not gonna be able to see it because it just goes way off the. Well, let's just try it. Can't say no. 500%. Now you only get 2 of the cameras instead of 3. But anyway, so it's here at the bottom. This is the exit for the Major Deegan. Not really seeing a whole lot of traffic through that location because of our issues on the Deegan. Let's just kind of put that back into full frame, shall we? There's the Deegan at 230th on the left, but this eastbound Cross Bronx is just a parking lot all the way out through 3rd Avenue into the Sheridan Boulevard exit. Pelham Parkway at Boston Road is good. Let's look at the Grand Concourse, 161st Street. That's fine. This is the Deegan. This is all heading north. Again, this is heading north up into that area with the accident. Fordham Road to Hughes Avenue on the far left looks pretty good. This is the Bruckner here by Hunts Point Avenue. This is getting onto the continuation of the Bruckner this morning. Is that right? I think of where we are with this camera. I may have to change that one because I know where the camera is, but it just doesn't look familiar. This is the elevated section, obviously. But, okay, so this is going east out to the Hunts Point drawbridge. This is the Cross Bronx here at Clay Avenue. This is going to be westbound that comes towards us. That's a mess. And the Bronx River Parkway at 174th. Things are fine there here at 834. Let's go back to Staten Island. We'll kind of run down the cameras for us, and we'll show you the situation. And again, it's settling down fairly nicely. This is the approach to the Verrazano heading east, and you kind of get a nice weather picture of the mostly cloudy conditions there. Maybe some peaks of sun kind of coming through those clouds. There's the West Shore at Bloomfield Avenue. Also, Highland Boulevard at Arden Avenue is going to be in pretty good shape as well. Let's continue on now over to Highland Boulevard here at Midland Avenue. Things are fine. This is the approach to the Jersey bound Outer Bridge crossing. A little busy about mid-span or so. We can see some little darker clouds here out through the Perth Amboy and Woodbridge area. Satellite Expressway, Clove Road. That is actually fine. Eastbound comes towards us. A little bit of crowding here at Richmond Avenue, but nothing to get terribly excited about. The West Shore going north here at Fresh Kills Creek, just north of Arden Avenue, starting to see a little slow traffic. And there's Victory Boulevard at Jersey Street. Let's bring up our Manhattan cameras, shall we? We'll check in here this morning. And for the most part, we're looking fairly quiet, except for the Harlem River Drive FDR combo. We'll go to the Queensboro Bridge. This is 2nd Avenue here this morning. So that's going to be all tied up off that lower roadway. 5th at 49th, getting closer to St. Patrick's Cathedral looks pretty good. Heading downtown, same thing on 7th at 34th, just normal morning commute there. And there's the FDR Harlem River Drive at 127. There's the RFK Triborough, just jam-packed all the way down through 96th Street. FDR at the Brooklyn Bridge, that is looking pretty good. And then the Henry Hudson here at 125th Street. This is all southbound traffic coming away from the George Washington Bridge is a mess. This is the northbound side. Again, this is north at 96. That looks pretty good. And West Street at the Intrepid, just normal traffic light delays. All right, let's head out to Queens. We'll check out the vibe here this morning, and let's see what we've got. We're coming up on 8:36 now. We'll take you to the Grand Central Parkway, both ways at St. John's, 188th. That's a mess. Both ways, the Belt at 158th Avenue in Jamaica. That is pretty busy as well. There's the BQE over by Broadway, and that is going to be southbound that moves away. So it looks in pretty good shape on the approach in the Kosciuszko Bridge. That's where it slows up. Jackie Robinson here is, this is actually going west, is pretty busy. I think because of that accident closer towards Cypress Hill Street. Here's the inbound side of the QMT, Queens Midtown Tunnel, looking at about 25 to 30 there. Here's the LIE both ways at Queens Boulevard. You can see just a mess of traffic in that location. Let's see here. Van Wyck at the Grand Central. That's pretty busy there. LIE, the ramp to the westbound BQE. That usually it shows you the ramp here from the LIE over to the BQE, but camera just a bit. And then the Van Wyck both ways at Hillside is just a solid ride. Finish up here in Brooklyn, and we'll show you what the deal is here. Here is the Belt over at Bay 8th Street. That's eastbound that comes towards us. That's really busy out towards Bay Parkway. And then the Belt here, Flatbush westbound, is just getting hit hard into Coney Island Avenue. That goes back to Erskine Street. Here's the coming off the Gowanus to the inbound BQE at Hamilton Ave. That's a slow ride. This is that southbound side where that earlier problem down in the trench was. That's why this is backed up getting into the Brooklyn Bridge. Here's the northbound at Sackett heading up into Atlantic Avenue. And here's the Atlantic Avenue camera. These cameras are not even, a quarter mile away from each other. And then let's check out the BQE here at Metropolitan Avenue. So that's going to be south here, the exit for the Williamsburg Bridge. This is the Gowanus here inbound at 37th. And then look at this Gowanus here at the Prospect. It's just a big old mess there on that Gowanus Expressway. All right, so with that said, we've taken a look at those cameras. They are our spot check. It's a really cool feature, isn't it? With those 9 cameras, I like that. It makes it easier than having to scroll through a whole bunch of cameras, just randomly selecting. This is the Long Island incident page. We are looking good. Let's go out towards the island and just check out the ride here this morning. We will start it out east, as we always do. Hampton Bay, Southampton, Watermill, Sunrise Highway is busy. Same thing along 24 out through Riverhead. Again, friends, our comments section is open. If you would like some tickets to Darley's program, go ahead and leave a comment, or just go ahead and leave a comment and just say hello. Tell me where you're watching us from, how the picture sounds, how the picture sounds, bonk. How I sound and how the picture looks. We'll put it at that. Again, a little pollen here for some reason. I'm going to put the air conditioner on and clear up the air just a bit. A little froggy throat. Westbound LIE is heavy just right at Vets Highway here, maybe about 5-6 minutes there. But then you're moving well through Deer Park Avenue. Then it crowds up again as you come in to 135. And then more crowding here from 40 on over to 39. And then the westbound northern state, we're seeing a lot of traffic as well. And this is out through 106, 107, South Oyster Bay Road into the Wantagh. And again, 135 and the Meadowbrook and the Wantagh really have cleaned it up nicely. Even the northern state is much lighter here. Just a little congestion out at Lakeville Road. Now, the Southern State Parkway getting west into 109 is heavy all the way to 135, east out by the Wantagh, and then more traffic hitting east of about exit 17, straight on through about exit 22. But Sunrise Highway actually in nice order there. 25A, Oyster Bay, Huntington, it looks good. 25 here through Smithtown, Center Reach, Coram, Middle Island, as we head all the way out towards Calverton and all the way on to the North Fork. I wonder when that Mattituck Strawberry Festival is. I always thought it was in June. If anybody knows, just leave me a comment there. Always wanted to go to that. I always think that would be a cool thing, although it would take you probably 3 hours in order to get there. But all right, so with that said, we will go to the MTA now. Let's check in with Long Island Railroad as well as the subways. Subways are going downhill here quickly, but let's quickly go to Long Island Railroad. We got some delays on the Oyster Bay branch. 753 from Jamaica doing at Oyster Bay at 851 is operating 11 minutes late. So look for that. Some delays on the Ronkonkoma branch from Penn to Ronkonkoma is operating 10 minutes through Mineola late there from a late train ahead. So just keeping that in mind. Let's quickly go back to the subways now. Partial suspension here. J&Z trains are suspended between Broadway Junction and Marcy Avenue. There is a fire department activity situation there. Track fire between Kosciuszko Street and Myrtle Avenue. The M trains are suspended between Middle Village and Metropolitan Avenue and Essex Street. So kind of a mess there this morning on the J, Z, and the M trains on this Thursday. We also have delays on the A train, are holding in stations, and is that the shuttle train? I'm not sure what the S and R mean. The S was always the shuttle train, I thought, but not sure what the little R next to it. That's new to me. I have to figure that one out. So yeah, that's a delayed in both directions there. That S and R means. Let's see the S and F. Botanic Garden, Prospect Park. That's in Brooklyn. Is that a different shuttle? The S line was always the shuttle between Grand Central and Times Square and 42nd. So I wonder what this is here. So maybe this is like the shuttle version of the shuttle train for Broad Channel out to Rockaway Park and Beach 116th Street out to the Rockaways. That must be new. I haven't heard about that one. All right. So with that said, here at 8:42 now is our time. Let's give you a fresh update for where we're we gonna go. Where are we, Smitty? Where are we? Oh, I just lost my place. Oh, where am I? I'm in the wrong spot. There it is. Connecticut. We'll take a look to see if there's any major incidents here. We'll take care of Connecticut for the morning, I think. Hudson Valley, and then we'll do that spot check back in New Jersey on 195. So just kind of your normal delays here across the board. I don't see any incidents being reported. Let's jump across the sound here. We'll show you the ride. South of the Merritt, pretty heavy here at 50, really 49 down through 47 or so, and then heavier just south of 44. Then crowding here from Route 739 down into 36, and 95 is good through Bridgeport, Fairfield. We hit the brakes here at Sherwood Island. We'll go 18 down through just about exit 4 in that area. And then the Merritt Parkway obviously is fine here. It just never seems to have any kind of a traffic situation getting out to the Westchester County line. Let's go over to Westchester now. We'll run down the numbers. North on the Hutch here, pretty busy into Weaver Street. 95, New England Thruway. Again, we're fine here this morning. East along 287, pretty busy around the Tappan Zee Bridge, getting out between exits 1 through 5. And the Cross County is pretty slow just west of Hutch Hutchinson River Parkway. Let's take a look at the Tappan Zee. Pretty busy because of the delays getting on to eastbound 287. Rockland County is fine on the thruway. The Palisades, it looks great. 9W, no issues there. Thruway all the way through Orange County is fine. Same thing on 84 from Port Jervis through Middletown and Goshen. 17 all the way up to Bloomingburg. Montgomery on 84. The thruway interchange 17 at the Beacon Bridge. 84 is clear. All the way into Brewster. Even 684 is cleared up really nicely here, coming up on 845. So that looks fantastic across the board. One last check here, I think, of our MTA. Just want to check in with Metro North. Let's do that. Let's just see what we got here along Metro North, and some delays in the Hudson line now coming up. 7 to 3 Poughkeepsie to Grand Central, 10 to 15 minutes late, earlier mechanical issues. Okay, so watch for that. Just want to see if the cameras were working along I-95 in Connecticut, whether my friends at CTDOT and State Police got them back. Yes, they were back in service, so thank you, fine friends of CTDOT and the State Police for getting these cameras back up and running here this morning. So just again, it's just a spot check, I should say, through the Greenwich area. And this is all southbound here at exit 9. It's just a real mess coming out of the Darien area. All right. So with that said, we're at 8:45. We're going to take a very, very quick break here this morning. We're going to take a check of our forecast from our friend, Mr. John Rocco, meteorologist in training there over at Rutgers University. I should find some music for Johnny and the weather, right? That's some music. I don't know what we have for the weather. You know what? Let me just see what I got loaded up into the system. Let me put the headphones back on here. Put the cans back on, right? Got in the system for some music. I think I have music here from my friends over at StreamYard. So let's check it out. Let's see what we've got. Music. What would be weather music? What's this is? No, I don't like that. Feeding the Ducks, it's called. What do you think? Anybody? Bueller? Not too bad. No, that's just kind of try this one here. No. Like the Feeding the Ducks, that's what it's called. It's kind of chill, right? Kind of mellow out, it's like Venus flytrap, flying at 16,000 feet. UKRP. So anyway, let's get to what we've got here this morning. So our temperature change, Johnny's made this great slide. And just showing you the temperature gradient here from Tuesday into yesterday. We've got almost a 30-degree drop in temperature out of Bridgeport, from 94 to 64, 93 to 70 in Islip. Look at that, 94 to 75 in Hopewell, and then 96 to 79 in Toms River. So just an amazing journey of temperatures between, let's say, on the low end of about 10 degrees all the way to 30 degrees up in Bridgeport. Just fascinates me, really does, how that's even possible. But that's the weather, ever changing, right? And traffic and weather, they always go together. So let's take a look at this morning's commute. We've seen a lot of the cameras out here so far the last hour and a half or so. Mostly cloudy conditions, seeing a couple peaks of sunshine coming through. So you definitely want to bring along the sunglasses for your ride. Let's take a look at some of these morning commuter temperatures. And again, we'll go to the temperature list here in just a moment. But some of these temperatures are actually coming up from this map here. So temps, into the mid 60s or so. So that's kind of where we are for the temperatures here in the Great Garden State. So let's take a look at our temperatures as the landscapers get queued up on cue. The subtle sounds of it sounds like a dentist drill in your mouth with the weed whacker, right? Oh boy. Anyway, we're almost done with the show. So enjoyable breakfast, right? So all right, so we're here at mid 60s or so for the Five Bros this morning. On over towards Long Island, 60, 61 there on the South Shore, 60, a couple of pairs of 60s up there in Huntington and Port Jeff. Up towards the Hudson Valley again, upper 50s to lower 60s there. And then in towards just on average about 60 degrees, Bridgeport, New Haven, 58 up in Torrington. So here's John's forecast for today. Mostly cloudy with a storm shower for later on this evening. Temps, depending on where you are, really. Again, another temperature gradient there, 86 in Cherry Hill, 75 in AC, 74 in Islip as you get out to the shore areas, a little bit cooler, 77 in Andover, and 79 in Central Park. So here's John's potential for weather threats for the next couple of days. So once we get through today with the storms this evening, and some of those could be heavy, some heavy rain like we had yesterday. So just keep weather aware, an eye to the sky. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, look in pretty good shape. I think we do have a few showers to deal with coming into Friday early afternoon or so, but really that is about it. And we'll take a look at John's exclusive 7-day forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show, looking at about 80 for today with those showers, and then showers are early tomorrow, and then going to be clearing up. 79 for a high, 78 on Saturday with a beautiful day on tap. Sunday at 75, 76 on Monday, and clouds starting to build more in towards Monday and into Tuesday. That's our next chance of showers, and then 79 on Wednesday. So Wednesday shaping up so far to be looking like a nice day. Also, Johnny notes the potential for that first tropical storm to form in the Gulf sometime in the next 48 hours or so. So his travel advisory for this upcoming weekend, if you're heading to South Florida, you could see some heavy rain there. And if it does form into a tropical system, it'll be the first of the tropical season, which actually just got started yesterday. So already very active, right? That would be Tropical Storm Alex. If it does form, that is the first named storm, is Tropical Storm Alex. So again, we thank John Rocco for the forecast. We'll see you tomorrow, Johnny. You can follow him on Twitter at John Rocco WX for the latest in the forecast. So we are also sponsored by, once again, this half hour by Travels with Darlie, and you can find her program on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, as well as Ovation TV's Journey. She also has an upcoming program, which is this evening from 7 to 8:30, Destination City, Santa Fe. You'll see the website at the bottom. I do have some tickets to give away if you would certainly like to go. And if that would be something you'd like to do, we can get you all hooked up with some tickets there. Again, noon, 12 o'clock is going to be the cutoff for those tickets. So if you like those tickets, leave a comment on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, and we'll get back to you. Or you can email the show at Tri-State Traffic Show at gmail.com. Again, Tri-State Traffic Show at email.com. So Loretta, it's my mother. Good morning, Mom. More rain. Oh, yeah, it's exactly what I say. But the lawn has never looked better, right? So good morning, Mom. Thanks for watching. So yeah, all the lawns are nice and plush green, pretty much across the board. With all of this rain. So it's a positive here. I'm sure the folks in Southern California or in California in general love to have the rain that we're having. They're having a really, really tough time out there in California with the drought situation. All right. So again, Destination Cities, that's this evening. So if you're interested in that program, please leave a comment in the comments section, and we'll get you all hooked up with some of those tickets here today. Let's go back to the maps, shall we? We're going to wrap up things here in about 10 minutes time. I want to put the overlay back in here, and we will go back into our maps. Just wanted to show you some of the observation stations. Let's just see if we can get the fresh update here. You know what? Let's hold off on that. We'll finish up with that because we do have the situation along 195 still working here. Once again, eastbound at exit 3, all lanes are shut. Hamilton Square, Yardville Road in Hamilton. So we are shut down there with that big crash being cleared. We have another situation on the turnpike that overturned tractor trailer going south, the entrance ramp at 287, interchange 10 from the truck side of things. That is still in the process of being cleared as well. Let's see here. We have another crash, new crash here south on the Parkway in Irvington. We've got one lane down. So let me go back here this morning to the Parkway cameras, and we'll see what we can find. Let's just bring up the Parkway. There we go. Into 143. Let's just see here. I think I like the music for Johnny's Weather, right? I think that worked pretty well. Let's go. Come on. So this is at 144 south. It looks like it's just before the exit for Route 78 this morning. This is actually at the toll plaza. That doesn't do me any good. Let's see if we can see anything here. Nope, that's at the tolls. There, let's try the 42 tower. So it's just as you come around the curve there before in the Irvington area. So just watch for that crash. And then north, again, we're seeing just general volume as well as the issues with some rubbernecking delays in that location as well. But again, the big deal is 195. Let's go back to the maps. First up, here is the crash south on the Parkway. This is what I'm talking about, is right in here, just before 78. So this northbound is the rubbernecking getting in to that spot. But the problem is the delay goes all the way back to about exit 147 or so. Turnpike is busy into 14, typical fare there. I want to get to the extraordinary issues here along 195. This is, again, if you're heading to the State House here this morning and expecting an easy commute, no good here. So let's break it down. Let's unpack it. So westbound is heavy now from the turnpike. We were east of that location here for a little while, but this is going to be going west of the turnpike as you get into 130. That's where that rubbernecking delay is the eastbound side. That is what's shut, and we were well back to 206 here this morning, almost back to 295. So that's a pretty tough situation. Again, this has been out there for 2 hours or so, roughly, give or take, 10 minutes on either side of that. Let's go to the cameras. Let's see if we can see anything. I don't believe we can here at 130. Let's just bring that cam up. So that's westbound heading away. Again, east would normally be on the left. Let's just kind of blow this camera up. And why these cameras that they're on for like 5 seconds? So like, who can possibly look at that camera that quickly? Oh gosh. So anyway, so that's westbound that heads away. Again, east, there's no traffic here, obviously, because it's closed out by Yardville, Hamilton Square Road. I hope they got that right. Helpful, I got to tell you that. But let's go down here to 195 at 2. And let's just check out the vibe here. So this is all eastbound here coming out of Trenton and Hamilton. It's an absolute parking lot. I mean, you're being exited off there. Once again, here, this is the eastbound side as we take the ride. It should come around the curve here shortly. Where is this going? It's not. Here at Yardville, Hamilton Square Road, that's where you're being exited off because the overturn is right in here, just east of that overpass for Yardville, Hamilton. So that's going to be a pretty tough ride here this morning. So once again, you want to try to stay off of 195 if you can, coming out of Trenton. Fortunately, eastbound 29 or southbound 29 is good, but into the tunnel, we're fine. If there is a way that you can somehow make your way to 206 South and then come up 130, it's going to be the better play there at Whitehorse and Yardville in Hamilton Township. Again, just a tough ride. There's not much more you can say, and who knows how long that's going to be closed for going east. Again, east is shut, west is open, but there's a lot of rubbernecking delays through that location. Now, south here in that area of interchange 7, on the truck side of things, we're still cleaning up that tractor trailer fire. That's been way out there since early this morning. So we're seeing a lot of police activity there. Again, that entrance ramp at 10 for 440 and 287 in Edison. That thing is still shut down as well. You know what? Let's go to the cameras there, just on the chance that they move the camera back over to 10. Your Turnpike Tour. We go to 10. We're going to go here. I think this camera is out, unless they got it working again. We'll see. No. Okay. It's all right. So that camera is out. Let's go back to the maps here this morning. I think we're going to go into another overtime situation here. Speaking of sports, I mean, as I digress from the chaos on the roads, New York Rangers have got to be the hottest team in professional sports, bar none. I mean, this team is unbelievable, winning 2 7-game series, going to beating Carolina in this last 7-game series, and just amazing. A huge win at the Garden yesterday, 6-2 over the Tampa Bay Lightning. And the Tampa Bay Lightning are a good team. They're a good hockey team. So we'll see how if they rebound for Friday. But great start for the New York Rangers there. Continue the winning ways there at the Garden. So game 2 is tomorrow night. Again, tomorrow night. I think that game is at 8 o'clock. It's unfortunate you put the Rangers on like Channel 11 or Channel 9, right? You know, back in the old days, you got to pay for all this stuff. I mean, it's I think you get a really big audience here, obviously in the New York market. If one of these channels would just put that on, we're getting into the summer TV season, and there's really not a whole lot on a Friday evening. So again, that is the major mess in the Trenton area. That's really our top story here this morning. Let me give you a quick rundown of our city incidents just to see if there's anything popping off here that's of any noteworthy, as the weed whacker gets cranked up like the drill at the dentist, just drilling into your head with this stupid weed whackers. Why can't we come up with electric weed whackers? Oh gosh, man, it's just 9 o'clock. I mean, sometimes they do this stuff on 9 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. Who wants to deal with that? So let's just see here. Verrazano, now we got some trouble here for the upper level. So 2 lanes are shut there with a crash. Now they're saying some injuries. Hopefully they're not serious there. Let's just see. Crash in the Jackie Robinson, Cypress Hill Street. We mentioned that earlier. So that's eastbound or inbound there. 1 lane is shut. You know what? Let's go to this Deegan thing. They're still saying that accident's there. That's incredible. All right, so we're going to retire New Jersey here for the morning because we're already into overtime at 9:02. Want to go over first to the Major Deegan. Let's just see if we can bring that camera up. Let's just see if they made any kind of progress here at 1:53. Let's just see here. Nope, it's still there. There it is. Left lane is shut. And again, with the crash being cleared, that's been out there since we came on the air, basically for almost 2 hours plus, that this accident has been there against a tough spot. So again, police are on scene, so they're still cleaning that one up. The Verrazano is the other one. Yes, let's go to Staten Island. Let's go to our Fingerboard Road camera, and we'll check out the deal here. Let's just see. Now, the MTA used to have cameras on the bridges, but for some reason they've retired those cameras. I don't know why. Not the camera I wanted. This one here. So this is for the upper level here. So I don't see anything there. Let's go to the maps here, Staten Island. Let's just see. I don't see anything. Back over. Let's see what the update was on that. 8:56. So it just happened. Brooklyn side, unless it's closer to the Brooklyn Tower. Unless it's out in here before the belt, but I have no way of showing you that. This is 4th Avenue at Shore Road. That's not going to show us anything. So just be aware it's a little bit slow in the upper for the Verrazano. You may want to stay downstairs here this morning. Then the Gowanus just messed onto the BQE. Same thing, the belt both ways out by Flatbush Avenue. So let's do another quick spot check of our Long Island incident page, and we'll just check up there before we head to breakfast. Eastbound on the northern at South Oyster Bay Road. We got a lane down there. Look for that. Let's go to the Hudson Valley now. Check out the deal here. We have crash on the Thruway South before interchange 17. That's well, it says it's been out there for an hour. At Ulster, another crash there after exit 20, heading north. Again, that's going north. Broken down vehicle on 84 in Putnam, going west at 58. And there's a there's a crash there approaching the Croton Reservoir. That's been out there all morning long. I'm surprised they haven't made more progress with that. Let's go to the Connecticut incident page one last time. We'll check in with our situation here in the Constitution State. Let's see, any incidents of noteworthy broadcast? No. Still delays on the Merritt 49-47, then 40-36. And then we go to 95 from 18 down through 2. And Westport, 18 through because it goes into Westport. But really, that is about it. We'll wrap up here with the transit check and a quick check of our outside temperatures as we'll get the latest fresh update from the National Weather Service. So Metro North is on or close. We still have delays on Long Island Railroad about 10:15 on the Oyster Bay around Ronkonkoma for some late trains there. One last check of New Jersey Transit, shall we? Run down the numbers for you. Hudson Bergen Light Rail. What do we got? 8:28 departure from Danforth to Hoboken is canceled. Mechanical there. 15 minutes getting into Philly with some equipment issues there. The corridor. 747 from Trenton is canceled. 8:26 departure there. And potentially here, the Independent will be canceled at Secaucus for mechanical. And then Raritan Valley line is 30 minutes late from an earlier broken down train. So I'd say give yourself another 15 to 20 there on the RVL. Let's finish up with PATH now. See what the deal is here this morning. PATH alerts. Okay, we're okay there. And we'll go over to SEPTA this morning. And let's see what that is. And SEPTA looks pretty good. All right, let's take a look at some of the observations here. Let's get the fresh update. There it is at 8:55, as I said. So 71 at EWR. Some fog and mist being reported at Kabreski at 63. 71 in Farmingdale. 68 in Brookhaven, Islip. 69 at Kennedy. 72 at LaGuardia. Starting to warm up there. 71 at Teterboro. 67 in Somerville. And 67 in Central Park. You can see the humidity is sky high, so a pretty bad hair day across the board. Let's head down towards the South Jersey area. Let's check out some of the reporting stations here. Mount Holly coming in at 69 overcast. Philadelphia at PIA, we're looking at 69 and overcast there. Again, that is about, let's get the fresh update. There we go. So at Philly, PIA looking at about 71. Doylestown at 65, Allentown, Lehigh Valley coming in at 66, Mount Holly coming in at 71, and some fog and mist here in Trenton at 65. So all in all, kind of a humid start to the Thursday morning ride. All right. So with that said, I think we're going to finish up here on the Tri-State Traffic Show for this Thursday morning as the landscapers are in full effect. They are really cranking out pretty hard here this morning. So we're going to wrap it up here so you don't hear the teeth clenching, teeth rattling, whatever of the weed whacker and eventually the lawn mowers. So once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Travels with Darlie. Again, her program is this evening from 7 to 8. If you like tickets, please leave me a comment, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'll check those comments until 12 p.m. until noon. Again, until noon today, that's the cutoff. And we'll send the list over to her to get you on the list for the tickets. And it's Destination City, Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's going to be an outstanding program. I'll give you the wrap-up tomorrow. I'll be going to the program this evening. That's courtesy of our friends over at the Smithsonian Associates. Again, we thank Darlie so much for the sponsorship for the Tri-State Traffic Show. Travels with Darlie can be seen on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Ovation TV's Journey, and Wondrum. And you certainly can find more information. I'm going to leave it up just a little bit longer as the website goes across for this evening's program. Also have to thank our good friend Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey, 908-272-3000. Again, is that a great phone number or what? That's just like the sports radio number, 908-272-3000. First time, long time, right? Anyway, so he makes some of the greatest handmade ice cream throughout the tri-state area. Go visit his website, visit him on social media, posts very actively there, especially on Instagram and Facebook. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, and CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is his website. So with that said, we're going to wrap it up here for the morning on a Thursday. Make sure you join us and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please, if you can, pass it along to all your friends. We're trying to grow this traffic and weather channel as fast as we can and as big as possible. Make it the best traffic resource in the tri-state area, anywhere to be found. So please like, subscribe the YouTube channel. Again, just go to the YouTube channel, just type in Tri-State Traffic Show in YouTube. It'll come up. Just hit subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out a ton as well. Also like the Facebook page, Tri-State Traffic Show. If you can, again, pass it along to all your friends. We're going to start off small. We're aiming for 100 subscribers by Monday. Let's see if we can do that. Please help me out. All my friends on Twitter, I got almost 2,600 followers there. Just an eighth of those followers can subscribe to the YouTube channel. It'll be fantastic. Much appreciated there. Again, trying to get this traffic and weather station up and running and off the ground. We're doing pretty well for just only being on the air for about 3 weeks' time. So with all of that said, I will stop rambling along. I'll let you go enjoy your day here for a Thursday. Have a fantastic Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.